What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Ooh. Matt the Goat needs some new batteries. I bit the shit out of my tongue earlier, and I split it in half on the side here, and now I can't hardly talk, which fucking sucks. But we're gonna make the best of it, I guess. Anyways, we're gonna be starting out with this first video titled Trump's name must be stripped from the Kenady Center building. This judge rules now that they've put it up there. They got to tear it down. They're also not going to be doing the renovations now until there's an appeal. Then we got video titled Pam Bondi question behind closed doors on Epstein Files. I thought we were going to have funny clips and stuff, but apparently they're not even recording it. They're going to be releasing a transcript, which is nothing, but I thought we were going to be able to see Bondi defend the choices of how they released the Epstein Files. Then we got a video titled, interesting video, NASA reveals plans to build a $20 billion moon base by 2032. I don't know why we need a moon base, but that's interesting. Then we have another interesting video titled New Jersey Governor announces protected protest zones near Delaney Hall. I don't really know what that is. I'm seeing these lives and stuff. I guess it's places for them to sit down on their ass and play on their phone, because that's all they've been doing. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Russell, and it's titled Anti-Cat. Then getting back into the news, we have a video titled ICE agent accused of shooting man in North Minneapolis has been arrested. This is obviously a follow-up video talking about the ICE agent that shot that illegal who was fleeing inside the house. They went and arrested him. Then we have another follow-up video, accused Monk Seal rock thrower pleads not guilty in Hawaii court. It's pretty self-explanatory what this follow-up video is about. The guy doesn't seem too thrilled about it like he was in the beginning. Then we have another interesting video titled Booze-Fueled Joyride Ends in Handcuffs. This dumb woman here was doing 120 on the freeway with a child in the car. She thought she was going to have to pay a ticket. And even with that being said, she's not even facing the consequences that I thought you would be facing doing 120, but I guess not. Then for the last little bit of the news, it is part 2 of Lefties Losing. I was telling you guys that yesterday. We got our part 2. Then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff. We got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Colty, and it's titled War Crime. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and it's titled God Forbid Something Good Happens to Me. All of that's coming up next. So first, we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Zero? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Southern Eagleman? What's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom, you hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Cass, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing in the chat. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom to you. Scrolling. It is so damn hot here. What's up, Angry God? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Pickles? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom. I think we got everybody. You guys hit that like button over on Rumble. See if you can get us back on the front page. And what is up, everyone over on the GoofTube? Agent O, you were first today. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Buckeye? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Heartland? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Southern Eagleman? You're omnipresent. Appreciate you. Heartland, thank you so much for the raid over on Twitch. You're a badass. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. All right. Moving forward here. What's up, everyone over on Blaze? And what's up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with this first video titled Trump's name must be stripped from the Kenady Center building. This damn judge rules because they can't let President Trump do anything. Now, without making it a big deal, hold on a second here. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for the $5 hairs over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. Says, sorry I missed the 1K show, Jeff. On vacation, went out of town yesterday with my daughter and doggo. Much love, hooligans. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad. I understand being busy. Enjoy your vacation. You're a badass. Thank you so much. All right, hooligans, like I said, getting into this. More problems for President Trump because they won't let him do anything. Go ahead and hit that like button, and let's get into this.
President Trump's name is being removed from the Kenady Center after a new ruling from a federal judge. On Friday, U.S. District Judge Christopher Cooper ordered officials at the Washington, D.C. Arts Institution to remove Donald Trump's name from the Kenady Center within 2 weeks and temporarily halt plans to shut down the center for a massive renovation. This ruling is part of an ongoing legal battle over changes made at the Kenady Center after Trump became chairman of the board in 2025 and then put his name on the building. The dispute began after the board voted to change the name of the venue, the Donald J. Trump and the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts. But ex-board member Representative Joyce Beatty sued after claiming she wasn't allowed to voice her opposition during the board meeting. The judge also blocked plans to close the Kenady Center for 2 years starting in July, a move that had already prompted the leadership to cancel performances and prepare for the shutdown. But for now, the show goes on just without Trump's name on it.
Okay. Wasting doll hairs. We're the ones paying for all that crap as far as I know. To put the name on the building and then turn around and take the name off the building. We're the ones paying the bill. Fun stuff. Either way, judge rules that President Trump, his name needs to be taken off the Kenady Center. Web search showing that the board's decision to rename the institute was unlawful, saying that only Congress has the authority to change the center's name. They have 2 weeks to take President Trump's name off the building, and they're not going to be shutting down for renovations like they were originally planning. Next up, we got Pam Bondi question behind closed doors on Epstein Files as outrage grows. We're going to get right into this, and then we're going to hop in the chat. I'm really disappointed that they didn't put any of this on camera. All these little hearings go on camera. Nothing important ever happens, but at least we get entertaining clips. And I thought with Pam Bondi we were going to have the same, but apparently not. It's a big fucking secret. Hit the like button. Let's get into this.
The format of Friday's hearing causing a lot of outrage. Both Democrats and Epstein survivors say this is not full transparency.
It is a shame and a disservice to the American people that this interview is not being recorded, videotaped, and then released to the American public, and that she was not brought in under oath.
The House Oversight Committee spent months trying to interview Pam Bondi about the Justice Department's handling of the Epstein Files during her leadership. Friday, Bondi spent about 3 hours answering questions from lawmakers behind closed doors, which Epstein survivors say feels like a slap in the face.
We're here on Memorial Day week when nothing has been in session, and it's all of those distraction tactics, right? There are so many people that were in their home states that had to fly back for this testimony. So the fact that it's closed door, she has counsel that is problematic to say the least. There are quite a few issues with the way this whole thing has been structured.
Chairman Representative James Comer, the only Republican from the committee in attendance Friday, says they have a full schedule of additional interviews over the next 2 months.
The government has failed the survivors. There's no question about that. We're taking this investigation seriously. We want to get the truth to the American people. We want to try to provide justice for the survivors.
Democrats also say Bondi deflected blame to acting Attorney General Todd Blanche and refused to answer any questions related to President Donald Trump.
She continues to refuse to answer specific questions about the President of the United States. The entire party is terrified of Donald Trump and his retaliation as it pertains to the cover-up of the Epstein Files. It's unacceptable.
Despite not being open or recorded on camera, a written transcript of this interview will be publicly released. In Washington, Emma Wolforst.
Well, that's disappointing. Like I said, nothing important ever happens at these hearings. So it's just a bunch of talking. It never changes anything, but I'm disappointed that we didn't get the entertainment out of it. Either way, Pam Bondi testifying on Capitol Hill about the handling of the Epstein Files. Web search showing that they did a closed-door briefing on the Epstein Files. It triggered a mass walkout by the Democrats. They labeled the session a fake hearing and a cover-up just to do some, theatrics for the cameras. The outrage stems from Pam Bondi appearing to not be under oath, so she might be a liar, but that's, they're all on Capitol Hill there. They show Comer, and he admits that the government has failed the survivors. They say even though that the interview will not be recorded, the transcripts will be released, and most people can't read these days, so that's, why even do that? Either way, next up, NASA reveals plans to build a $20 billion moon base by 2032, because that's what we need. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about them stripping President Trump's name off the Kenady Center, as well as Pam Bondi going to have a hearing for funsies because it's not even being recorded and nothing ever happens from those hearings. Either way, hopping in the chat. Hair juicer, dude near me got arrested for making Facebook group to protest a data center. Interesting. I wonder what he got arrested for, because it's, what is it, our Fourth Amendment right to gather? I wonder why. I wonder what the label for the charges were. It's interesting. Happy freedom to you, hair juicer. Russell, liberals are drowning in the swamp and they're gasping at straws to breathe. I suppose that's how they prefer it. Happy freedom, Ghostly. I agree with that message. Southern Eagleman, libtards have mental disorder. You're not wrong. That's why they walk that walk. Salt Ragu, 2 doll hairs? Yeah, but it needs to be a single bill. Zero. Well, that's not the same thing. I don't know. What's up, Shane? Happy freedom to you. Shane, at least hell awaits most of Congress. I mean, there is that. There is light at the end of the tunnel. What's up, Chris? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Guess Who? Happy freedom to you. Since Pam Bondi left the White House, she lost her naughty grandma look. Let's see. She was going to punish you for stealing her cookies to Pam, Florida beach gal who looks like she lost her job at Hooters. Well, she just went through surgery for cancer, so I mean, there is that. I wasn't gonna make any comments about her looking a little tired, but I'm sure fighting cancer is a fucking terrible experience. What's up, Major? Happy freedom to you. If I can get you already. Patriot Dad, it's your birthday? Well, happy birthday to you, Patriot Dad. Hope today kicks ass for you. Thank you for sharing your birthday with us. Happy birthday. Guess who? Only Rita can wear black and look good? I guess. I would say I wear black all the time, but looking good, that's taking it too far. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Nick? Happy freedom to you. Agent O got coffee? I always got coffee. Got all the coffee. What's up, Newton? Happy freedom to you. It's been a minute. I heard it was going to be a high-speed train to the moon station. I hope so. I don't like long trips like that. What's up, Blue Crow? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mike Ingles? Happy freedom. What's up, Sean T? Happy freedom to you. Mike Ingles, no, we got a late start today. Today's just been a bad day for me. I didn't mean to start so late, but it's like one awful thing after the other. I hate the song and dance. What's up, Blukester? Happy freedom to you. I got bad luck. I don't know why. It just is what it is. The lottery's going to be awesome when I hit it, though. That's what I keep telling myself. Hair juicer. Can one fucking thing run right today? Damn it. That's what I'm saying, Air Juicer. I'm having the same damn day. I don't know why it's like that. MU, you look very good. Just look at Klaus. That's right. I've made a beautiful son. Thank you for reminding me. He looks just like his dad. Moving forward here, like I said. NASA reveals plans to build a $20 billion doll-hair moon base by 2032. It's really important we do that. But first, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this polled up. You guys notice the hantavirus shit just went away? The last thing we heard about it is Americans were upset that they were being forced into quarantine, and just like that, they stopped talking about it. They might as well be in prison. Anyways, hit that like button and let's get into this.
NASA unveiling its first look at plans to construct a $20 billion moon base by 2032, only 6 years away, marking the first permanent human settlement on another world. The crew of the Artemis II sitting down with Fox and Friends to discuss what comes next for space exploration.
I think it's simple. The world showed that they're hungry for this.
We're not just trying to get to the moon, the equator. We're trying to build the transportation infrastructure to be able to go there, get to the South Pole. And also we want to go to stay.
Here to explain how this new moon base could take shape is Senior Research Fellow at the Open University, Dr. Simeon Barber. Dr. Barber, thanks for being here. To me, there's really two fundamental questions. What's this thing going to look like and how do we get there? First, let's talk about what it's going to look like. What's going to be on this base?
Sure, good morning. So it's going to be an incrementally built base. I think that's the important thing to realize. So there will be, first of all, robotic missions that start setting up the infrastructure that the astronauts are going to need. Remember that, the moon has no atmosphere. So the first thing they're going to need is means for breathing. That means you need sealed structures. They need protection from the radiation environment. So you need nice thick walls. So all of these requirements are taken into account. And the robotic missions that are starting later this year are going to start laying some of those foundation stones. And then we get the astronauts hopefully getting to the surface of the moon in 2032.
So physically, the structures that are going to be there, I mean, obviously these people need a place to live, eat, do other things. What are the structures going to look like? Are they going to be like houses like you and I know? I can't imagine that's the case. But what should we expect?
I think in the first case, we can expect fairly simple structures. So these may be things that are like prefabricated modules brought from Earth, are just kind of laid on the surface and powered up. We might even see them reusing kind of bits of spacecraft. So for instance, landers' fuel tanks are huge metallic empty structures. Maybe those can be repurposed for living quarters. Because a lot of this is about minimizing the mass of material that you have to take from Earth to the moon. It costs money to lift things off Earth. So the more that we can learn to live on the land, live off the land and make use of local resources. So a really good example is that to protect from radiation, one of the ideas is to pile up the lunar soil over the habitation module to kind of absorb that incoming radiation. And that's a simple idea. It's very practical, but it could be really effective to drive down the costs of these missions.
So you answered what it's going to look like. You answered how we get there, and you led to my next question. Eventually, Doctor, could this be self-sustaining?
That's what this is all about. So, the Apollo missions were amazing achievements, the most remarkable technological achievement I can think of. But with all respect, they amounted to first a day trip for Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and then maybe a long weekend away for the final mission. And if you really want to explore a place, if you really want to get to know a new city or a new country or a new planet, you need to go there. You need to make a base and use that to explore. And that's what this is all about, is that enduring presence that allows us to, really dig into what the moon can offer scientifically. It tells us about history of the Earth, history of the moon, and how it can support us for future exploration. So can we use it as a springboard for launching missions onwards to Mars? So only by being there with boots on the ground for long term, learning to live at the moon, work there, and learn there.
Wow.
That's really the future of human exploration, I think.
So that begs the question, by the time this is all said and done, I'm going to focus on the moon for now. Is it conceivable that somebody could go up there and just live the rest of their life on the moon, like a retirement, if you will?
So I think at the moment we've got to keep a vision that this is about doing work. It's not a place to go retire and chill. It's, astronauts are amazingly hardworking people, right. and it's about going to do a job there. The kind of retirement home tourism thing, well, there's an argument there that if that helps fund the overall endeavor, then why not?
Sure.
But we have to remember that by going to the moon, we affect it. And so there's a precious environment there that's pristine and needs to be maintained. So we need to be careful about who goes, what they do,
makes sense.
what activities are permitted on the moon.
Dr. Simeon Barber, we're going to need some smart people for that. We thank you.
Be sure to like and...
Okay. Big plans for the moon. If they say so. I think they just want $20 billion hairs. That's what I think it is. It's not up to me. Either way, NASA trying to build a base on the moon, talking about using the land to decrease the cost of being on the moon. They talk about making the base self-sustaining. I don't know how they could do any of that because there's no resources on the moon, but, you know, they're trying to sell it to the public, and some people really like space, so whatever's whatever. Next up, New Jersey governor announces protected protest zones near Delaney Hall because they need a safe space over there. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about NASA building a moon base. Snooks, when does the U.S. get money? We just print it for free. We never get it. We make our own. Ghostly, maintain the moon environment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is even there? It's just a desolate wasteland, so I don't know. Russell, lots of science will be discovered. Like what? That's what I wonder. Like, what are they going to do? It just seems like they're trying to reestablish life like we have here in a more difficult environment because you can't breathe outside. And I don't think there's an ozone layer. So how do you not get smoked by debris and stuff like that? I don't know. I wonder how it's going to go. I suppose it could advance science about living outside of Earth, but I don't understand how any of that helps Earth. Snooks, keep the money on Earth for a change. I don't worry about them taking money to Mars or the moon or anything. It's taking water. I don't want them to take water because none of the water we have on the planet ever leaves the planet because of the ozone layer and all that shit. And people don't even believe in that, right? Because of the firmament and blah, 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 blah. But if we take water into space, that water is no longer on Earth. That is the only time Earth loses water is when they take that shit into space. So I just don't want them doing that. I don't care what they do outside of that. We all have a vote when it comes to the water. Russell, all for the moon base. It's pretty interesting, I know that. Thanks for being with us, Salty Ragu. Enjoy the rest of your night. Southern Eagleman, maybe we'll finally get to see the flags. That'd be interesting. They're probably going to go out there and plant them. And be like, see, it's been here this whole time. Here, geez, it sounds like being in prison with no guards. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to the moon or any of that. No, they don't even have a Taco Bell. I'm not going there. Southern Eagleman, they just showed us that they're there. Mm-hmm. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Totally care living on the moon just like the lockdowns. Don't forget the TP. Yeah, exactly. Done. All food taken off Earth also removes water. Yeah, it's true. What's up, Chris? Happy freedom to you if I can get you already. Our species will just screw the moon up with our litter and etc. Yeah. Well, and they kind of mentioned that. They were like, we will affect the moon by being there. Yeah, because we're awful. We're awful. Other planets don't want us. Major, they're focused on everything except for American citizens. It's true. It definitely feels that way. Patriot Dad, I'd do a bump of moon dust. You'd never be the same after that. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom to you. Chris, lots to do on the moon, such as snorting moon dust. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm saying they're like, we're going to use the local resources. What is that? What is the local resources? Total Care, surprised you know anything about Hee Haw. I don't. I Googled what you wrote in the chat to try and figure out what it was, and it told me that it was like a song from Hee Haw. But I can't watch a video because I'm working. But after the live, I'm going to look it up. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom to you. It's all good until a rock hits you in the noggin. That's what I'm saying. You get smoked by debris, and then what? Because they say that like space debris is moving like 1,000 miles an hour because there's no resistance. And it's like you're just sitting there playing golf on the moon. You get taken out. Magic Moon, we can expect a lot of dreaming. Yeah. NASA's like, we know that we originally said $20 billion hairs, but we think if you gave us $100 billion hairs, we could make this imaginary base even bigger. Just keep giving us money. I'm doing all right, Dutton. How are you doing? Just sore and cranky? That's all right, Dutton. I appreciate you being with us. Total Care Hee Haw has big boobs. I'm definitely going to check that out after the live. I could use some big boobs today. What's up, Big Bodie? I know, you a good boy. Get up here. Come on. Yeah, well, don't show them the goods. They got to pay extra for that. You a good boy. Big old donkey cat. That's right. That's right. Blue Crow Silent Alien Takeover. Is that what it is? The aliens are like, it's really important that we make connections with the moon. We need to be able to go back and forth from the moon smoothly. Let's normalize that. What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom to you. Waste of money. Yeah. That's what I think too. At least it's entertaining though. Russell, there's water ice on the moon? Interesting. I have never heard that before. What's up, Culty? Happy freedom to you. Here, Jesus, I'm not reading that out loud. I'm not reading that out loud. I don't care that you tried to censor it. I'm going to have to see what Hee Haw's about, but I don't know about all that. Ghostly drill into the moon and see if it's hollow? Yeah. Well, even if it is or it isn't, they're going to lie to us about it, so there's that. Either way, moving forward here, this is sort of a follow-up talking about the theatrics going on in New Jersey. It's always like a soap opera out there. Now, apparently, things are getting festive with these protesters. There's live streamers out there now, although there's not a lot going on. There might be in a little while once it gets dark out, but as of right now, the New Jersey governor announces protected protest zones near Delaney Hall. They're little safe spaces out there. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Hey, Shirley, yeah, those protected zones we were talking about at the top of the newscast, they are expected to be set up today. Cheryl says she expects this measure to cool things off and prevent protests from escalating even further.
We've seen increasing violence, arrest, and pepper spray at Delaney Hall.
As protesters continue to show up outside Delaney Hall for about a week, Governor Mikey Sherrill is now announcing new protected zones in hopes to cool things off.
My administration will be working together with community members, faith leaders, advocates, and state police to help people move there.
It was also announced that state police will be taking over public safety outside the facility.
The people united will never be defeated.
Delaney Hall is now a key point of the national debate over immigration policies. On Fox News, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullin announced the Trump administration could stop international flight processing at airports in New Jersey.
Radical left Democrats aren't allowing us to do our job and enforce federal laws, then we shouldn't be processing international flights into their cities either.
Governor Sherrill now reacting.
Instead of being any help whatsoever, we have these threats coming that they're going to shut down the international terminal in Newark right before the FIFA World Cup. It's completely ridiculous.
Advocates and family members claim detainees at Delaney Hall are facing poor conditions and retaliation after going on a hunger and labor strike. On the Pix 11 Morning News on Friday, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker spoke about what he saw inside the facility.
I talked to a woman that had a miscarriage and didn't get proper treatment. Goodness. I talked to a woman who had just given birth before she was rounded up, taken away from her American child and other American children.
And Geo Group, the company responsible for running Delaney Hall, has consistently denied all of those claims.
Well, that's fun. That's fun stuff. Well, this is actually live. This is in New Jersey. This is what these asshats are out there doing, having themselves a good time and whatnot. A bunch of crying. At least she's got her mask with her, or him, or whatever the fuck that is, standing there screaming and howling and shit. Anyways, I'm keeping an eye on things just in case things get interesting, but as of right now, it's just a bunch of LARPing and grifting going on. We need at least one fire before we're going to start paying attention to it. Either way, New Jersey Governor Milky Sherrill, I don't know what the fuck her name is. Either way, she announced that in New Jersey, the state police would take over public safety operations outside of the Delaney Hall Immigration Detention Center in Newark to establish peaceful protected protest zones. And they need to change that name because it's very difficult to say. Either way, their little safe spaces are now installed and they're still upset. That's okay. Next up, we got our midlife break or funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Russell and it's titled Anti-Cat. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about those smelly ass protesters. Russell, deport the illegals quicker. Yeah, basically. They need to just do the thing. They're taking too long. Zero, well, if they'd quit showing up, they wouldn't get pepper sprayed. Well, if they would just protest instead of attacking federal agents, then yeah, they wouldn't get pepper sprayed. It's only a matter of time before we end up with another situation where the protester gets smoked. They're going to have to find a way to de-escalate things because I'm sure that's just right around the corner. Major feed 'em bumper burgers. I've never heard that, but that is hilarious. Sir Pickles, we need warp speed deportations. That's right. They need to do something. They need to figure it out. They waste too much time with these court dates and stuff. I mean, they want to give them due process and all that, but they want to drag these assholes into court. They need to be doing Zoom calls and stuff. They could be holding people for like 2 to 4 days and then have them deported. And instead, they're dragging it all out. MU. I'll be looking up hee-haw when we're in the voice chat. You guys are making it sound way more explicit than I thought it was going to be. Chris, just deport these asswipes. Yeah. These people crying about a bunch of nothing. Telling sad stories. The sad story is undermined by the fact that they're in the country illegally and they just don't get it. They just do not understand. People do not care about their sad story because they broke into the country. So whatever happened after they broke into the country just simply doesn't matter at this point. But like they don't understand. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's so simple. If somebody broke into your house and then tripped and fell and then told you about how bad they just hurt their knee, you're not going to give a shit. Like, you're just totally not going to give a shit. Not even a little bit of a shit. Not a squeeze of a fart. You're not going to care about it. You're going to want them to get the fuck out. That's it. And I don't understand why these people don't get that. That's exactly what happened. They broke into the country. Whatever sad story they got to sell after that does not matter. Guess who? Jeff up in the moon looking for Darth Vader and moonwalking? Hell no, they'd have to force me to the moon. No way. No way would I do that. If I'm going in the sky, it's because I'm going to be doing some some skydiving with Sam. Otherwise, they ain't taking me off the ground. Nope, I'm not going to the moon. Dutton, yeah. I see they're live out there doing a bunch of nothing, hollering for the cameras. Angry God AI will be used to lie to us all about it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm in the middle of building my own AI. Not that I'll be competing with Anthropic or anything like that. I just need an assistant that's a little bit more consistent than ChatGPT or Claude or any of that stuff. So I'm building my own AI, but it makes me want to test the limitations of it because AI that you have access to doesn't even swear. And so it makes me wonder, like, that's step one. Can I build my AI to be able to swear? And then where can we go from there? Eventually, I'd like to connect it to the website so we don't have to pay for AI chats, whatever, which I got disconnected right now because it ain't worth the price. But we'll see. I'm learning about it. I want to see how they lie to us. Klaus is rambunctious. I forgot to give him Fancy Feast before we started this. Everybody's mad that we're late today. Guess who? Klaus GPT. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. I should name it Klaus. That'd be no, that's too much. Klaus 2.0. Snooks, I wish. Oh my god, I wish. If I could build a girlfriend AI, I fucking would. Holy shit, I would. Biggest titties on a robot you've ever seen. Mm-hmm. But I'm just not that smart. Agent O, the verbal abuse bot. That's see. We are all on the same page here. Exactly. What's up, FEMA Region? Happy freedom to you. Klaus over there tearing shit up. Lisa, you know about Hee Haw? I don't know about it. I probably shouldn't even be saying it with the way that you guys are describing it. Ooh, I just about punched my light. Knock my own lights out. Ghostly, yeah. I know there's a lot of people who have been building AI. I'm trying to, I don't know, make it useful. Shane, you know about the AI stuff? Might have to write you about it. Been trying to figure it out. The damn command console crap. I don't like that stuff. It's hard for me to learn. Bill Clay, build an AI woman like the guys from Weird Science. I was just trying to find an assistant to make it so I could write code a little bit better. You guys want me to make the AI honeys and stuff, and you know, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think it's illegal to pimp out AI robots. Get me a nice hat. Might be onto something. Anyways, moving forward here. Like I said, we got our midlife break. Our funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Russell. You guys are gonna love this. Now me, I'm kind of a cat person. I don't know if y'all knew that. So this is for all of you. This is once again provided by Russell and it's titled Anti-Cat.
They climb up your legs and they scratch your thigh. It hurts so much they make you want to cry. The only thing to say to them is goodbye. I don't like cats. Now you should scratch my ears. Get into the kitchen and prepare some meat. Maybe follow it up with a doggy treat. But don't feed the cat, it belongs in the street. I don't like cats. Now you should scratch my ears. Don't you blame me for all your shredded clothes. I wear colors, not shiny bows. Heat me spray again, just follow your nose. I don't like cats. Now you should scratch my ears. Woof!
I'm sure you guys like that. All that racism going on, anti-cat rhetoric. Either way, getting back into the news here. ICE agent accused of shooting a man in North Minneapolis has been arrested. It's about that ICE agent was chasing down that illegal that fled when they were trying to do a traffic stop. They claimed that him and another illegal had attacked with a shovel and a broomstick or some shit, but apparently that wasn't true. And then he turned and he shot into a house that was full of people. So, you know, they're all mad and stuff. So he's now been arrested. It's coming up next, but first, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to open a browser, go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, screaming goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this pulled up, follow-up video on this ICE agent. Now, he was just trying to do his job, but I think things got a little spicy. I don't know about the whole lying during the report. I think that's what's screwing him more than anything. That and shooting into a house full of people. I don't know. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Now, this is breaking news from the WCCO Live Desk on CBS News Minnesota.
I'm Maria Lizignoli with breaking news. An ICE agent accused of shooting a man in the leg in North Minneapolis and then lying about the attack was arrested in Texas this morning, according to the Hennepin County Attorney's Office. 52-year-old Christian Castro was charged last week with 4 counts of second-degree assault and 1 count of falsely reporting a crime. On January 14th, during Operation Metro Surge, Castro shot Julio Cesar Sosa Solis in the leg, the criminal complaint says. Charges say that he shot Sosa Solis, who is a Venezuelan national, through a door of a home while knowing there were people inside. Castro, along with another officer involved in the incident, wrongly accused Sosa Solis and another man of assaulting them with a shovel and broomstick. The Department of Homeland Security repeated the false allegations. The agents were placed on leave for that lie, and federal assault charges against Sosa Solis and the other man were dropped. The charges filed earlier this month triggered a nationwide warrant for Castro's arrest. Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension investigators found Castro earlier this week and traveled to Texas, the Hennepin County Attorney's Office said. He was taken into custody by DHS agents and Texas Rangers.
All right. Well, I'm sure we will have more follow-up videos on that whole situation, especially because the media, you know, wants to continue to push this agenda that ICE is a bunch of frozen meanies. So, of course, they're going to have this parading all over the news so they can go see, look how terrible they are. Either way, they're saying that this ICE agent who is accused of shooting this illegal that was fleeing into the house, this ICE agent's been arrested. He's facing 4 counts of second-degree assault, which I don't know how that works. Maybe because of the people inside the house? Because assault and battery means you actually hurt somebody, like you hit them or touch them when they didn't want you to touch them. But assault itself is like menacing or like intimidation. That can be considered assault if it's high enough. So maybe him shooting into the house, 4 people sitting in the house, they were all assaulted because they were in the house that bullets went through. I don't know. Then 1 count of falsely reporting a crime, because they're saying that he lied in the report multiple times. Either way, we'll see how it turns out. Next up, accused monk seal rock thrower, which is quite the label, pleads not guilty in Hawaiian court. Now, this is also a follow-up. Like I said, self-explanatory. The guy threw a rock at the monk seal. Now, he's trying to say that he was trying to protect the sea turtles. He wasn't trying to hurt the seal, which obviously bullshit. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this follow-up with this ICE agent that was, well, he shot this illegal in the leg as he was fleeing into the house and then lied on the report. Zero. What was in his hands? Well, it looks like he had a shovel in his hands, but it also looks like he was running away, like he was fleeing, and then the ICE agent tackled him, and the illegal broke free, ran into the house. The ICE agent stood up and shot into the house. That's what it looks like, but it's really blurry footage, so it's hard to tell what is what, but there's no clear indication that the ICE agent was ever assaulted, let alone assaulted with a weapon. So it's hard to say. Like I said, the video is really blurry, so who knows what happened. What's up, Jagula? Happy freedom to you. Magic Moon, he shouldn't have lied. Yeah, definitely shouldn't have lied. Guess who? He's still getting deported. The illegal was detained as being processed out of the U.S. So in the end, they're getting kicked the hell out. Yeah, at least there's that. Shane, sounds like they were locked in. Well, and they don't even tell you the whole story, because we've been covering this since the day it happened. Originally, the guy was being pulled over. I can't remember if he was speeding or if they knew he was an illegal, but either way, he was being pulled over, didn't pull over, hit multiple cars, crashed his car, fled from the car accident to the house. Then they claimed when the ICE agents were chasing him to the house that 2 illegals came out with weapons like a shovel and a broom handle or some shit, attacked the ICE agent and his partner, and the one ICE agent opened fire and shot the original illegal that they were pursuing, shot him in the leg as he was fleeing into the house. That was originally what they told everybody. Now they don't even say all that shit. They just say this frozen meanie showed up, shot into a house full of people while trying to go after an illegal. That's all they say now. They totally cut out the whole thing about the illegal was fleeing the entire time. So, I mean, who knows? When your adrenaline's going, especially if your life's in danger, your memory gets messed up. And like I said, the camera footage is really blurry. So, who knows? Who knows how it went? I don't think it's as clear as, like, them standing in the yard and getting their ass whooped with a shovel. I don't think that clearly happened, which was kind of how it was described. But they were pursuing an illegal criminal, and shit happens. I mean, that's not an excuse to shoot into a house full of people. Got to be responsible with a firearm, but I don't know. I don't know. An evading invader. Yeah, Major, that's what was going on. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Thanks for checking in with us, Rappy. Hope you're having a good day. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Do you hear him yelling at me? Are you starving? Oh, I'm sorry. That's so sad. Sad story. Don't make me deport you. Thanks so much, Patriot Dad, for the $2 over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, I'm a hard-working, tax-paying single dad with lots of stories about how hard life has been to me. I couldn't care less about illegals or privileged liberals. Fuck you. Happy birthday to me. That's right, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. MU Hee Haw was pretty family friendly, so you're safe. Thank goodness. I'm trying to protect my innocence over here. Happy freedom to you, Cass. At him. Totally care running from the law. Shoot him. Yeah, well, and that's the other thing is I'm pretty sure federal agents can shoot fleeing criminals. Regular cops can't. From what I understand, I ain't looked it up in a long time, but the way it used to be is if you were being arrested by a regular cop and you fled, they couldn't shoot you. That's why when you're watching Cops and the bad guy gets out of the car and runs, you're always like, shoot that fucker. The cop's too fat to be able to chase him down. They gotta get the dogs out. And so you're like, why didn't you shoot him? They can't. But federal agents can. So I don't know if they're going to give him some sort of immunity after they get through this court process, or if they're just going to mistreat him because he's a frozen meanie. Joel Care, where's the feast? I know. Klaus Daniels, he's about to start breaking stuff. Chicha's battery is touching. Yeah. Yep. I used to think assault and battery were the same thing, but it's not. He sounds like he's about to start breaking stuff. Major, depends on what liberal judge he gets. Yeah, that could be how things go. Either way, I'm sure that, like I said, I'm sure we're going to follow up on the situation because they want to drag ICE through the mud. Sounds weird, but you know what I mean. Either way, moving forward here, we got another follow-up video. The accused Monk Seal rock thrower, which doesn't sound very classy as a headline. This guy, he's a piece of shit. He was obviously trying to hurt this monk seal, but he's trying to claim that he was saving the sea turtles and that he doesn't deserve this punishment. Now, he was all cocky and smug and stuff before the arrest and all of that. It looks like he's been humbled since then. Hit that like button if you got one, and let's get into this.
A Covington man is now charged after he was caught on camera throwing a rock at an endangered monk seal in Hawaii. Today, he was in a Hawaii courtroom for his arraignment, and Fox 13's Jennifer Dowling was too. As she reports, his defense claims he was just trying to protect sea turtles.
I rode down the elevator with Igor and also tried to catch up with him after court. He declined comment through his attorneys. He did plead not guilty in court today.
Igor, do you stand by your defense that you are protecting sea turtles?
Igor Litvinchuk was not answering questions following his court appearance in Honolulu.
Igor, is there anything you want to say to the people of Seattle?
His case shocked people in both Washington and Hawaii after prosecutors said this video showed Litvinchuk harassing and throwing a rock at the head of an endangered Hawaiian monk seal.
Why would you throw a rock at it?
A witness also stating he said something shocking afterward.
He was like, I don't care, find me, I'm rich.
Igor is charged with violations of the Endangered Species Act and Marine Mammal Protection Act. And Wednesday, he gave his consent in federal court to have his case tried by a magistrate judge.
We're tired of entitled tourists. We're tired of these corrupt agencies who ignore what the Hawaiian people want.
While the hearing was underway, protesters gathered outside and inside.
Oh yeah, we gotta pay what you done. You gotta pay the price. You know what I mean? It's like anything else. You know what I mean? You gotta pay the fine, probation, or time in prison, whatever it takes.
The judge said Wednesday that Igor is now prohibited from accessing beaches or approaching marine life in the District of Hawaii, and ordered that Igor's travel be restricted to the Western District of Washington, and if traveling to Oahu, he must get prior approval. The judge also noted that Igor is naturalized and previously surrendered his passport. He warned that if convicted, Igor's passport would be transferred to the State Department and potentially ICE.
Igor, are you concerned about being convicted and then something happening with ICE or your naturalization status?
Igor also faces a maximum sentence of 1 year in prison for each charge and a maximum fine of around $70,000. His defense attorney, Miles Briner, said previously that Igor had initially thought the seal was something more aggressive like a sea lion and was trying to protect sea turtles. Briner says since the video was posted, his client has faced death threats, doxing, and other backlash. You stand behind your defense. Residents hope more answers come out in court.
To me, this is where we live, and we respect everything in the islands, But don't just come over here and do something like this and try to make an excuse to get away with it.
Igor's next court date is scheduled for June 9th. The judge said he could appear by teleconference or by phone. Reporting from Honolulu, Jennifer Dowling, Fox 13 News.
Okay. Sounds like a bunch of nonsense. We'll see what he actually gets. He's got doll hairs, so that's how the court system runs. He might make it out all right. You never know. If it was one of us, though, we'd be screwed. Not that we'd be out there throwing rocks at seals. Like, what a dumb thing to do with your day. Either way, his dumbass accused of throwing a rock at a monk seal. He's been released on $25,000 doll hair bond. Now, I don't know if that means he paid 21% or if he actually dropped $25K for bond. I assume that's what it is. He's been imposed on strict conditions, including a ban from Hawaii beaches. He's also banned from marine wildlife. I didn't even know they could do that. He can't even be near the wildlife like he's some sort of wildlife predator. I mean, I guess he is. Can't trust him around the seals. Either way, he's got travel restrictions. He's limited to Washington State, where he's from, which sounds awful. He also needs to get permission if he decides to travel to that place in Hawaii. I don't know. It's more vowels than anything else, but wherever that is. They seized his passport, and he might have to deal with ICE. It'll be humorous if he gets deported or whatever. That'll be funny. Either way, they say he's facing fines in a year for each charge, and then they claim that he's facing death threats or he's hearing death threats and doxing and I don't know. Guess he shouldn't have thrown the rock at the seal, right? Next up, booze-fueled joyride ends in handcuffs. This dumb idiot woman here was driving 120 miles an hour down the freeway with her 3-year-old in the back seat, and this dummy thought she was going to pay a ticket. Now, I thought if you did more than like 20 over the speed limit, you were facing manslaughter charges. Apparently, they're calling her ass a super speeder, and yeah, not exactly a big deal. It's kind of a big deal. It should be a bigger deal, in my opinion. But either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this guy and his poor choices. Is that how it works, Russell? I wasn't sure what the rules are. What's up, guess happy freedom to you. How was the Grinder Festival? Guess I'll throw rocks at Seal. His music sucks. I forgot about Seal. I don't know how with a face like that, but yeah. Hair juicer, why? Hopefully not for bad stuff. I hate court. Russell Hughes being an asshole. Yeah, you're right. He was. He's like, oh, I was protecting sea turtles. No, you weren't, you dusty bitch. And here, God, remember, if you're going to do something stupid, make sure there's no cameras around. It's hard to do anything without cameras these days, especially with Elon putting that surveillance system in space. Pretty soon you won't even be able to think wrong. Shane, people don't mess around when it comes to innocent wildlife. Yeah, well, and they shouldn't. People shouldn't be preying on animals and stuff. The same thing as preying on kids. People should not be preying on vulnerable creatures, regardless of where they exist in the world. What's up, Wrench? Happy freedom to you. Jagular can't eat seafood. I don't really eat anything that swims unless she's really pretty. Not a big fan. Told the kid the only turtle he saw was in his pants. I know he had turtles in his pants. That's why he's banned from marine life right there. Magic Moon, did he save the turtle? Yeah, is there any pictures of the said turtle? Shane fat shaming him. I know, he looked like his face was gonna pop. Side Dog, how rich is he now? I wonder how wealthy he is. Rich is a vague term. It's a peg. Happy freedom to you. Jagular identify as a monk seal. That's right. His punishment is everyone gets to throw rocks at him. It's very biblical. What's up, Trickster? Happy freedom to you. Chola seafood swims in their own toilet. That's right. I'm never gonna forget that. Everyone around me likes seafood, and I'm gonna throw that right in their face. Hair juicer. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Guess Grinder Fest was awesome. I did get rear-ended when I left, but the guy, he was being a dick. I'm glad you had a good time, guess moving sucks, you know, so glad you had a good time at the festival. It's badass, Wrench. Hope you guys are having a good time. What's up, Anger? Happy freedom to you. Major, I see food, I eat it. And that's how I am too. I'm actually starving today because I bit my damn tongue, so I haven't eaten anything yet. But I be loving food. Especially since I've been working out. I've been eating like crazy. The other day, somebody was like, it looks like Jeff's losing weight. What I didn't tell all of you guys is I had just got done eating 7 out of 8 pieces of a pizza right before starting the live. I was like, yeah, I've been working out and stuff. It's like, how many carbs did I just take in? I'm trying to think. Yes. Oh, and yesterday I had that 1 pound chili cheeseburger. It's like, I don't know. It's probably a blessing I bit my tongue today because I need to cut out on the food a little bit. Shanti, I want to go skydiving with Sam too. Yep, he's the designated hooligan, flying hooligan there. Everybody should go skydiving with Sam. He makes awesome videos and stuff while he's flying in the sky as well. Guess yeah, exactly. Did you see the one that I made? This is what I look. This is why I gotta crop the camera so it's just showing my shoulders, so you guys don't realize I'm so fat. When I go to Walmart, I need to ride around in a scooter. Holy. I need to try it. Hold on, I want to see if I can find the press briefing one. It might be too far back, but we gotta pull that up too. That was the part 2. Oh, here we go. Yeah, all that right there. That's how it should have been from the beginning. You know, way back before Jen Balsacki, it should have been just like this, you know. Anyways. It's reading through. Like I said, next up, douchebag driving 120 miles an hour down the freeway with a 3-year-old in the back seat because she thought that would be a good idea. Rusley's fluffy, just a bit there, just a bit. Snooks, oh, I'm beefy, all right. I'm built like a golem. It's like I'm made of clay. Here, Doozer. Yeah, I hope it goes smoothly. I hate court. Hate everything about it. Bill Clay, Jeff Big Mac. That's right. You are correct. Trickster, get in my belly. I know. Major Jeff needs his cheesy boobs. That's how I was looking, Buff Stuff. What are you talking about? You gotta roll me down the street. Violet, you're turning violet. Totally care about it like a beach ball. What do you mean? That's peak male performance right there. Agent, oh, a good camera makes you look skinny. I add on the 10 pounds myself. You know, we don't even need the camera. Alright, hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, douchebag broad here. Driving too fast down the road, put her 3-year-old in danger. I don't think she's getting charged as severely as should be, in my opinion, but that's just me. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, that you should go join jeffmaclive.com. Go set up a profile, create posts for Hooligans Alley, the forums, and the group chats. Plus, watching the live is a lot more fun with memes and GIFs in the chat. There's tons of stuff to do and new things happening every day. Select a free membership to get started. I'm going to drop this link in the chat really quick. We're going to get to our next little bit of the news here. Look at Klaus Daniels. He finally tapped out. He's been raising hell. I should have gave him Fancy Feast before we started the live, but I forgot. His poor dad has these Biden moments every now and then. I blame the aluminum and the deodorant. Anyways, moving forward here. Come on. Load. This idiot thought that she was just going to get a ticket. She was shocked that she was getting arrested and going to jail. What an idiot. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Welcome back to Wake Up America on this Friday. Now turning to this morning's Newsmax crime report. So authorities in Jacksonville say they pulled over a woman flying down the highway at more than 100 miles an hour, weaving in and out of traffic and nearly hitting other vehicles.
Yeah, but what stunned officers wasn't just the speed. It was who was riding in the back seat and what they say they found up front. Newsmax crime correspondent Jason Matera has the story.
Do you know how fast you were going?
Fast.
Yeah, you were doing 120 miles an hour.
What started as a high-speed stop in Jacksonville quickly turned into something that authorities say put 2 children in danger.
Oh, there's kids in the car?
Oh, yeah, 3-year-old.
Oh, shoot.
Newly released body cam video captures the moment after officers say Lisa Perez barreled down the highway at 120 miles per hour, weaving in and out of traffic, with her 3-year-old riding in the back seat.
The little one's in here?
He's back there, yeah.
Hi. Hi.
And the stop allegedly went downhill fast. The smell of alcohol and marijuana, bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, all while the boy was in the car.
It's one of those immediately where What can we do to remove this child out of harm's way?
He's 3. Think that's a safe way of driving with you?
I don't know. No. I didn't know that it was an officer behind me.
Perez admitted to drinking wine a few hours earlier, but denied smoking weed. Yet when officers searched her vehicle,
oh, there it is.
That story appeared to fall apart.
Yep, that's fresh. Yep, that's fresh too. Holy smokes.
A recently smoked joint, Jim Beam bottles in her purse. And as officers move in to place the 29-year-old under arrest, Perez revealed another problem.
I have a child at home. Is there any... I'll pay any...
Hold on a second. How old is the child at home?
He's 10.
Who's with the 10-year-old?
He's at home alone.
You left a 10-year-old home alone.
The 3-year-old was released to the boy's family, while Perez's night ended in handcuffs.
Put your hands together, interlock your fingers.
Lisa Perez now faces 6 charges, including DUI with a minor. The Department of Children and Families was also notified, meaning a separate child welfare investigation could soon get underway. And as for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, still stunned that a mother would allegedly act this recklessly with her child strapped in the back seat.
And I'm just dumbfounded. Having a child in the rear seat of a vehicle, it's dumbfounding to me.
Amazingly, Lisa Perez seemed to think she could just pay a fine and just drive home with her kid in the back. Of course, it doesn't work that way. In fact, she was arrested under Florida's new super speeder law, which targets drivers accused of going 50 miles over the speed limit or who are clocked at going more than 100 miles an hour. Instead of getting a ticket that you simply pay through the mail, super speeder makes the traffic infraction a criminal offense, allowing police to arrest a driver on the spot, like they did with Perez, and forcing that person to appear before a judge where jail time and fines can be imposed. Mark, Charlotte?
You know, I'm not one to judge parenting, people's parenting, but she gets the award for the worst mother ever. She was actively smoking marijuana. I counted 4 empty bottles of Jim Beam in the front seat, a joint in the back, a 3-year-old in the back, and a 10-year-old home alone. Okay, let's just hope she's locked up for a while and these kids get the help that they need as well. All right, Jason, thank you.
Well, I don't know if she's the worst mother in the world like that woman was saying, but she's definitely a piece of shit. I know that. We've been covering some terrible stories lately. So I don't know if this really hits the top of bad moms of the year, but either way, this woman was pulled over for doing 120 down the freeway with a 3-year-old in the back seat because she's a piece of shit. She had multiple bottles of alcohol, or I think they were empty bottles, and she had recently smoked a J and then lied about it. So I wonder if she threw the J out the window and it actually went back into the back seat where the child was, which is just, she's such a fuck up. She left her 10-year-old son alone at home, which I wonder what those laws are. Like here in Michigan, I don't even think they have a stipulation. It's like, can your kid make a bowl of cereal? It can. You can leave it home. I don't think there's any stipulations on age here. It's more like ability, but either way, they weren't impressed with that. Web search is saying that she's, let's see, she got DUI accompanied by a minor, which I've never heard that, but I'm glad that that's a thing because it definitely deserves a steeper consequence. She got a specific charge indicating a minor, or that charge is indicating a minor was present in the vehicle while she was intoxicated. DUI, influence unspecified, which is probably the weed. Standard DUI charge for impaired driving, operating a motor vehicle at more than 100 miles an hour. It's a felony charge due to extreme speed and danger posed. Additional violations of improper lane changes. That's how bad they got her. She changed lanes without using the blinker. They got her on that too. Possession of an open alcohol container, possession of marijuana. We'll see what happens. The law's not very hard on women. They're not. And it doesn't matter if they involve kids or not. I've told you guys all kinds of horror stories of shit that I've heard that my friends have dealt with and all kinds of stuff like that. But we'll see, because she racked up a lot of charges. She should do some jail time, and they mentioned that CPS is probably going to be visiting her, which sounds like a good idea. Next up, we got part 2 of Lefties Losing It. Once again, Dr. Jill thought Biden was having a stroke on stage. We're going to be able to test who was here yesterday for the 1000th episode, because we played part 1 yesterday. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you all can think about this woman driving 120 with a 3-year-old in the back seat. Ghostly 3 kids by 4 baby daddies. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Guess I might still hit it. Yeah, punch her right in the face. Straighten her right out, you know. Happy freedom to you, Sam. Appreciate you joining us. Russell, she needs jail time. Yeah, absolutely. And man, stupid bitch. I know. And then they're like, yeah, and she was surprised she didn't get a ticket. Like, holy, what a dummy. That's what happens. They go all this time without any accountability, and then they're like, what do you mean that I'm going to jail? Thank you so much, Get Some, for the $20 hairs over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Get Some. Thank you so much for the support. It says, missed your show, brother. Happy freedom. Thank you, Get Some. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Patriot Dad, for that doll hair over on Rumble. You're badass, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much. It says, I have broke up with several women because of how they act around their child or children. Yeah, Patriot Dad, you got to. It's not right. It's not right. Can't be messing with the kids. Thank you, Patriot Dad. What's up, Wild Turkey? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Free the Texan? Happy freedom to you. Free the Texan about to start calling the cops on the neighbors. Why? What are they doing? I'm not against it, because it's illegal for you to go over there and whoop their ass, you know. But some people they just need to be punched in the face. I don't know, but you can't do that. So. Supposed to call the coppers and, you know, do all that kind of stuff. Free good text, and I hate to be that guy. I feel that way too, but at the same time, do you deserve to eat shit? That's what I tell myself. Anytime I get in a position like that, whether I got to call the cops to fix my life or if I see a child being in danger because I'm a mandated reporter and I'm a good person, I'm like, oh, I don't want to call the cops. And I'm like, yeah, but do I deserve to eat shit? No. Does the child deserve to eat shit? No. So then, you know, you got to, it's their fault that they put you in that position. You know what I mean? No. Fuck them. Free the good Texan. I know what you're saying, but fuck them, you know? They're going to have to learn one way or another. Retaliation, you just got to stick with it. MU, you seem too sharp to be aluminum impaired. I am, MU. I am so severely allergic to aluminum. I hate it. I hate it. I have tinnitus in this ear because of aluminum from working in a factory where there's aluminum everywhere. I am severely allergic to it. Tola cares she confused her 3-year-old with her dwarf boyfriend. I think you're right. She was like, there's a kid back there? Yup. What game were you playing, Free the Texan? Cheers to you, Wild Turkey. Sly Dog, the kid was smoking dope. That's what it was. They found the joint in the back seat. She was like, I ain't been smoking. 3-year-old was like, hey, that ain't mine. That belongs to mom. What are you talking about? Magic Moon, life was hard. Just got harder. That's right. Done. Let's be honest, 10-year-old is probably much smarter and responsible than her. You're probably right. You are probably right. When I was younger, I used to have friends that were living that kind of life. They'd be like, hold on, I gotta go check on my mom. Like, we'd be going somewhere, going to play basketball or walk up to the store or whatever, and they'd be like, oh, I gotta check on my mom. I'm like, all right. And they were like constantly taking care of their mom because their mom was smoking crack and, you know, be out all night and weird people in the house and all that kind of stuff, and they were always worried about their mom. Their mom would be all drunk, punching them in the face. We're like 13 years old. I had lots of friends that were living like that. So, yeah, 10-year-old being smarter than mom, there's a reason the 10-year-old was like, nah, I'm good. You just let me stay home, watch cartoons. You go and do the thing. Poor 3-year-old didn't know any better yet. Terrible. It's terrible. That's why you got to hold people accountable. They need to do better. Right? Thank you so much, Wild Turkey, for the $5 hairs over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Wild Turkey. Thank you so much for the support. It says, just because. Well, thank you, Wild Turkey. I appreciate you. Major, no foil hats for Jeff. What do you mean? What's wrong with my foil? Oh, well, I do got, you know, I didn't think about that. Because I do got one. I don't know where I put it. It's in one of these totes. I never thought about that. I don't know. We're gonna have to get the synthetic version. I can only do silver or gold. I can't do aluminum foil. We're gonna have to do some silver or gold, conspiracy hats here. Throw our doll hairs together. Max angered the little kid, handed the cop the roach. He was like, "It's your hit, you guys." It's not Saturday. YouTube's not gonna think this is funny. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for the $5 hairs over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Southern Eagleman. Thank you so much for the support. It says, happy freedom to you, Southern Eagleman. Thank you. Major, he's bougie. A little bit. Just a little bit. Dutton, gotta go with the tinfoil. I can't. Trickster, a copper hat? That sounds racist. I think I can do copper. I'm allergic to all non-precious metals. Sam, is that why my ears ring all the time? It is. It's the tinnitus. Ghostly, hey, we both don't need to go to jail today. Yeah, that's exactly how it went. 3-year-old's like, that ain't mine. Man, I'm hyped up. AOC and the idiots are gonna roll up on us. I really hope they do. Gonna do a lot of anger built up. It'll be interesting to see if AOC brings the South to the North or whatever the bullshit she was saying. Thank you so much, Mana, for the $2 hairs over on the GoofTube and the $5 hairs over on the YouTube. Thank you so much, Mana. Really appreciate you. Thank you for the support. It says, my buddy Jeff Mack, the best Jeff Mack. Thank you, Mana. I really appreciate you. Over on the GoofTube. What are you guys doing? You're twitching the button over there. That's got to be the cheekiest of chops. What's up, Low Ender? Happy freedom to you. Hold on a second. I think they're showing the safe spaces. So this is live over in New Jersey, where they're supposedly protesting. It looks like they're at an art festival, but this is where they're protesting stuff. It's nice. It's nice out there. You got to watch the smell and the fentanyl. It's everywhere. But yeah, this is what they're doing out in New Jersey. Nothing too crazy. I'm sure they're all really oppressed and all of that, So, anyways, keeping an eye on things, just in case. Just in case things get spicy. Now, we do have the voice chat tonight over on the website because it is Happy Freedom Friday. You guys get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com. You can join us in the voice chat. It's always a lot of fun. We're probably going to be watching the protests as well as chatting it up like we always do. So definitely come join us over on jeffmaclive.com. It's home of the Hooligans. Let's get into this lefties losing it and test who was here yesterday. Like I said, this is part 2 because Rita put together a 9.5 minute lefties losing it yesterday. Normally we don't have lefties losing on Friday because they don't do that on Friday. So I split it in half so we would be able to enjoy it today as well. What color is Rita wearing today? Ghostly Shapeshifter just walked by. Yep, that's New Jersey. You can tell by the smell. Damn, hair juicer, that sucks. Do you have vacation time or anything you can put in? Guess pimple pink. That's very specific. Wild Turkey going with yellow. Guess who? Rita's wearing her black leather dominatrix outfit. That's right, the whole bodysuit too. You can hear her squeaking when she walks. Agent O going with red. So Niggaman going with black. Russell going with purple. Snooks, Rita has H stickers on her nips and nothing else. Well, that's, wishful thinking. Sam going with magenta. Peg going with dark blue. Trickster going with white. Magic Moon going with pink. Pank. Told to Care going with navy today. Max Anger going with black and gold. Showing up looking like Suge Knight. Beating these lefties into a record deal. Done going with white. Wild Turkey birthday suit. She's showing up feeling free today. Is that everybody? Chris going green today. Guys are running out of time. Seconds are running out of the clock here. Also going with black. Batman black. Major, I just want to see her big home girl. I'm saying, Major. Trying to climb that tree. Pickle's going with white and black today. Is that everybody? Make sure everybody gets to participate. I think that might be it. Cass going with red. Patriot Dad, thank you so much for the $5 hairs over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much. It says Rita is wearing me as her birthday suit. Are you still with us? She comes in with the flesh of Patriot Dad. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad. I appreciate you. All right, Hooligans. Rita's in her white blazer with her, what is that, dark gray. It's like a long sleeve, kind of silky looking thing. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
On Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, he marked Remembrance Day this week by dancing for George Floyd.
Not bad for an old white guy.
All righty, thank you.
What the hell? Thank you.
Now let's have some Aussie content. This clip featuring Channel 9's Alison Langdon has gone viral, with folks pointing out that she's performed a bit of a backflip here on the COVID jab. Here is a recent report from the anchor.
Kathleen loves flowers, so much so she became a florist. To keep her shop open during COVID, she got the jab, but the side effects are devastating. 13 surgeries later, she can never work again. And the compensation offer, she says it's an insult.
Devastating effects, but as many have pointed out, the Channel 9 anchor was not very tolerant of those who questioned the merits of the COVID shot, which were mandatory in Australia. Well, mandatory if you wanted to work, travel, go to school.
Hold up, what is mandatory? I've never heard. It's mandatory. It's not mandatory. It's mandatory. I love that.
It mattered. We got this.
All our hopes are riding on a vaccine.
Yes.
You need to be quiet.
Well, if you don't want to listen to our most senior qualified
I am
immunologist
listening
in
to
this
them,
country,
and I think you need to start listening to our scientists and our doctors, Craig.
Our scientist is our most senior qualified immunologist in this country,
Okay,
Professor
Craig.
Robert Clancy, and you are not listening to him. I'm sorry.
Dear. Now to Jill Biden, the former First Lady revealed to CBS that she thought her husband, President Joe Biden, was having a stroke on live TV during that infamous debate with Donald Trump.
Were you horrified as you saw it unfold? I wasn't horrified, I was frightened, because I had never, ever seen Joe like that.
With the COVID, with dealing with everything we had to do with.
Look at Trump's face. He's like, what do you say?
We finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
Before or since? Never. Or since? Yes. Or You've since. never seen him like Never. that? No. What happened? I don't know what happened. I mean, as I watched it, I thought, oh my God, he's having a stroke. And it scared me to death.
Scared her to death. That's not what she said at the time. Let's have a look at precisely what Dr. Jill said post-debate.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do?
Now here is UFC boss Dana White putting a NPR activist journalist in his place. Clearly, this dude from NPR doesn't know the difference between illegal and legal immigration.
We've been talking about how your fighters are often immigrants,
people from disadvantaged backgrounds, even a refugee in the case of your champion fighter who's going to be at the White House. These are people, not universally, but in large measure, the president wants out of the country.
And that's not necessarily true either. What the president wants is what everybody has talked about, including the Democrats back in the day. You have to get documented the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of people waiting in line to get green cards in this country. You know, the borders have been open for the last 4 years, and lots of criminals came in here, lots of bad people. They got them out first. I don't think the president has ever said he doesn't want people from other countries coming in.
He has said...
If you do it the wrong way, yes.
Now, while the women of Iran are risking their lives, facing imprisonment, beatings, even death, protesting against Iran's hijab laws, we have Democrat Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez donning a hijab in solidarity with whom exactly? The Islamists?
To our neighbors, our community, and to this country, we can bring light.
See how pleased Zoran Mamdani looked there? Pathetic. Let's bring in documentary filmmaker.
All right. That is Lefties Losing It. It's always hilarious to watch President Trump's face for the debate. He's like, this guy's crapping his pants right here. Either way, we're about to get into the fun stuff. We got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Colty, and it's titled War Crime. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stowner, and it's titled God Forbid Something Good Happens to Me. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Lefties Losing It. Sam, it was elderly abuse? Yeah, definitely. Russell, Americans could see the decline. Yeah, it was happening right in front of all of us. Jill just lying her face off. Yep. I bet she hates it. Nobody gives a shit about her if it wasn't for Joe Biden. I bet she hates that. Because she's over there kissing everybody's husband and trying to get book deals. And just, I don't know. She wants the spotlight so bad, but she can't get it because she's only known because she's married to Joe Biden. She's like, I had no idea he was on the mental decline. Yeah, it's because you're too busy kissing everybody else's husband. That's why. Chris, AOC's a terrorist. She's a full-blown dumbass. I know that. Magic Moon, June 14th, UFC at the White House. It's coming up that early. I didn't realize it was like that. I thought it was going to be a couple months from now. What's up, Air? Happy freedom to you. Pager Dad, liar. I know, she's sitting there lying her face off in that interview. Wild Turkey answered every question wrong. You're not wrong. You answered every question, Joe. Like he's a 10-year-old. You got every one. Even where it said to write your name. Guess who? Joe is such a good boy. He gets an ice cream. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Wood Geek? Happy freedom to you. Max Anger, 81 million, folks. That's right. Major 1-2 tree is mandatory. You gotta do it. It's mandatory. I've never manded a tree before. I do drive a Subaru though. When it runs. All the coppers. You can hear the coppers outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it. If you can hear them, they're not for you. That's what I tell myself. Calm my anxiety. Snooks Joe was in it for the power and the money. Yeah. Alright, hooligans. Let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I'm going to remind you, hooligans, really quick. If you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, locals. Buy me a coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Let's get these funny videos pulled up real quick. Now this first one is provided by Colty. You gotta watch closely to understand what happened here, because he got a doubly in this. This is titled War Crime.
No. Wait.
Now if he hits her, he's wrong, right? She's gonna slap him right in the wiener and then come back and fart on his head. Just finish him. Hit him with the fatality. Come on, man. Getting into our official funny video of the day. This one was provided by Stoner. Gave him pink eye. Right there in the doorway, too. Sitting in the doctor's office, just side-eyeing the shit out of her while she giggles to herself. Anyways, like I said, this is provided by Stoner, and it's titled, God forbid something good happens to me. You gotta just throw the barbell after that. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this link really quick. I'm gonna drop it in all the chats. We're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're gonna be raiding out over on Rumble. Holy. I wonder what's going on. All these cops driving by. Fuckers. Anyways, here's a link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, we'd really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because you got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there, keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You will have access to Hooligans Alley and all the features over on the website. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Now, because it's Friday, I'm going to give you guys a special link here. Because every Friday we do the voice chat over on the website. It's a lot of fun. We're always doing all kinds of stuff. We used to eat hot, spicy stuff, but I've had to take a break from that because my legs won't heal, and I've had problems with my legs since like February 2nd or some shit, and I would do anything to make my legs heal. So I can't eat spicy stuff right now, but we are always watching funny videos, reading funny books, telling funny stories, looking up funny videos, listening to music, and doing all kinds of other fun stuff, and it's a lot of fun. So with that being said, I'm going to drop this link in the chats really quick. This is for a free week with hooligan status over on jeffmaclive.com. You will have access to all the features for the next 7 days. No credit card required. It's not going to ask you for money or anything like that. But you can come to today's voice chat. You can hang out all week with all the features unlocked. You can join us next week, or this upcoming Friday, for the voice chat before the 7 days expires. So definitely utilize that coupon right there for a free 7 days. Like I said, no strings attached, and that way you can join us in tonight's voice chat, which is always a lot of fun. Let me see. All right, we're going to read through the chat really quick. We got the pledge coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. They just ended the live at the protest stuff. Maybe it's dinner time. It's supper time. Russell, he needs a sniff. He got denied. Sam, she finished him. Right on the top of his head. Dutton cops moving the idiots. Something's going on. They're migrating. Here, eat more kimchi. I don't know what that is. Maybe. Have to look it up. Max Anger AFK uses X39 patches. What is that? This is going to get me on a list. LifeWave? Interesting. I will have to read about that. It looks very interesting, though. Major got to tongue punch the fart box sometimes. I mean, you do. If you love her, you will do it. That's what they tell you. Well, sounds good, Cass. It's a lot of fun. Thanks so much, Patriot Dad, for the $5 hairs over on Rumble. You're badass, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, happy motherfucking Freedom Friday, hooligans. Made it to 53 today. What a badass. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad. I really appreciate you. And happy birthday again. Major, I run off kinetic energy, not batteries. Violence? Powered by violence. Guess who? That was just her spraying the love scents. Is that what that was? Greased his hair back, hit him at point blank range, and changed his eye color. Guess who? Send Jeff gold bars like ex-CIA agent. Not stolen ones. I don't want them if they're stolen. They say you can sleep better with gold bars under your bed, though. Duh, and I say the same thing. If they're coming for you, they'll shut them off early. They don't want to tip you off. Yeah. Thank you so much, Cass, for the $5 over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Cass. Thank you so much. Says, happy 53rd birthday to our OG hooligan Patriot Dad. That's right. Thank you so much, Cass. Here, I know it's getting late. 10 p.m. at night. Running her late today. What's up, Tar Kitty? Happy Freedom to you. I live stream from the phone sometimes. Ain't a whole lot of fun stuff to do here. You guys don't want to watch me walk in the dark at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, maybe you do. That's about as active as I get, though. Life's hard without a car. Alright, hooligans. It is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alright, we did the thing. Let's figure out who we're rating over on Rumble. But before we do, we got to cut off the live on Twitch because the raid is against community guidelines over there. So if you're watching on Twitch, you'd like to be a part of the raid, you're welcome to join us over on X, Blaze, Kick, YouTube, Rumble, or jeffmaclive.com. Otherwise, I will see you Twitch hooligans on Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans, because tomorrow's Free Speech Saturday. But tomorrow's also going to be our 6-year anniversary of live streaming. Now, technically, it's actually on Sunday, but I need that day off. So we're going to be celebrating it tomorrow. I'm going to get a bunch of clips of things we've covered over the last 6 years. I'm going to try and make it as fun as possible. We'll probably also cover some regular news, but we'll see how it goes. It's normally slow on Saturday because all they do is recap the entire week, and we've already covered a week's worth of news. So I'm going to try and make it a bunch of fun. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be the 6-year anniversary, so hopefully everybody will show up on the free speech platforms, because most of the lives that we did on YouTube, we couldn't even show it on YouTube anymore because the community guidelines are fucking terrible over there. So anyways, keep that in mind for Free Speech Saturday tomorrow, because we're going to be celebrating 6 years. Everybody else, hang tight, because we got this raid coming up. So let me double check here, make sure we're doing the thing right. There we go. All right, let's figure out who we're raiding over on Rumble. Let me check the list really quick. Cat Dog, Blue Eyes, Rotella, and Handy News. Salty Growers live. Grimm's live. Soundboards live. Toasty's live. Waffle Meat's live. Angel's live. Let me see. See what everybody's up to. Soundboard's playing the game. Looks like they just started. I don't know what he's playing. Salty Grower. What is this? Salty Grower's watching protests. When did this start? This might be the one. 2 hours ago. It looks pretty lively. I think it'll be alright. And this is definitely right up our alley. Things are actually getting kind of spicy, it seems. Good. This will be a good raid. Alright, hooligans. Hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get raiding. Hold on, I'm gonna refresh it. I don't know what's going on. It's like all froze up.
So here you go with the...
Alright.
Got hit with the flashbang pretty good. They're pushing people completely out. Tear gas.
What? People are doing nothing.
Alright, fantastic raid, you hooligans. I don't know why it's so glitchy and stuff. Freezing up over there. I don't know if it's Rumble or if it's his live stream. But either way, we are going to read through really quick and then we'll be wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, like I said, 5 p.m. Eastern time for Free Speech Saturday, and we're going to be celebrating 6 years of live streaming because the anniversary is technically on Sunday and we're celebrating it tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely make sure you guys make it back tomorrow for our 6-year anniversary. And like I said, we're going to be doing the voice chat over on the website, and that's always a lot of fun. Get yourself the full membership over on jeffmaclive.com. That way you can join us in the voice chat and have access to all the features, including our own live chat. It's better than all the other platforms because we got memes and GIFs in the chat. So definitely come join us over on jeffmaclive.com. Either way, reading through and we're wrapping her up. Man, it is being maced as we speak. Yeah. Sam, 6 years officially a hooligan. That's right. Thanks for hanging out with us today, Zero. What's up, guys? Love. Happy freedom to you. Aw, you messed up. That's too bad. Oh well. Goodbye. Goodbye. That's too bad. Bots being bots. Thank you, Rappy. I appreciate you being with us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cass, we could have did waffle meat, but it seemed like the protests are more right up our alley. Thanks for being with us. Magic Moon, appreciate you. Patriot Dad, God bless this mess. That's right. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, and happy birthday to you again. Thank you, Too Old to Care. Thank you, Pickles. Thank you, Wild Turkey. Thank you, Max Anger. Too Old to Care. It's a micro blue moon tonight. Interesting. I will have to check it out on my walk. Yeah, after the voice chat. Appreciate you, Plastic Quack. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you, Cass. What's up, Joe? Happy freedom to you. Cheeky Chops, Mortal Kombat Biden edition. That sounds very entertaining. All right, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. Like I said, we'll be live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time for our 6-year anniversary of live streaming. So definitely show up. Plus, it's going to be coffee with hooligans. We're going to have news and all kinds of fun stuff. So definitely show up tomorrow for the live. And like I said, you're welcome to come join us over on jeffmaclive.com for the voice chat today, which is always a lot of fun. We do it every Friday, but you do have to have a paid membership in order to have access to the voice chat. So go do the thing and join us in the voice chat. It's a lot of fun. We're probably going to watch some of the protest stuff that's going on right now, although I don't think it's going to get terribly spicy, but if things don't calm down, eventually it will, because that's what happens. Either way, I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you so much for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Go find yourself some good food, have fun, and be safe, and I will try and do the same, and make your way back to us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.